Hello, hello. Okay, great. Thank you, Pawan. Okay, so I believe that I'm audible to everyone here, and I'm starting the session. Uh, First of all, let me thank you, Aniket, uh, through whom I connected, and I think he has taken a lot of efforts to conduct this session. And I also thank you, the Institute, for giving me this opportunity and share my thoughts on today's topic, social entrepreneurship, the students. I believe all the students are listening to me and I'm audible to everyone. If any difficulty, please, Pawan, Veena or Aniket, just drop me a message in chat box if any technical difficulty from my side.
Yeah,
So,
sir.
good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello, sir. Yeah.
yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Miss Veena Kautekar from Speak NMCE. On behalf of Speak team and Nana Saheb Madi College of Engineering, welcome our today's speaker, Mr. Santosh Phad, sir, founder and managing trustee of Think Sharp Foundation. I welcome our executive director, Professor M.B. Joshi, sir, and our principal, Honorable Major, sir. Also, I welcome our program coordinator, uh, the one who introduced us the idea of practical based learning, none other than the Professor A.P. Dhamangaonkar sir. And also I welcome our all dear enthusiasts. We all are known about today's title, Social Entrepreneurship. It creates employability skills and make oneself to think innovative. It's my great pleasure to introduce our speaker today who is going to talk about the same. Sir has completed bachelor's degree in computer science from Aditya College of Engineering, PED, postgraduate diploma in business management from Rizvi Academy of Management, Mumbai. He has also organized ample of sessions from which I would like to enlist some of them. Microfinance distance learning course from UNCDF, How to Change Social Impact, Startup India Learning Program, Become a Change Maker, and many more. Now I would like to hand over mic to Damangaonkar sir to address few words to our enthusiasts. Damangaonkar sir, hello.
I think he is not there.
He will be there in a minute, sir.
Okay, sure. So, how many students are there who are, um, on YouTube or other social media platform who are going to see this session?
Hello.
Am I audible to you?
Aniket sir, proceed. Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Uh, Good afternoon, friends. This is a kind of a event where we can have a really different type of angle to our engineering education. The thing is that when we are thinking about the engineering education, we always stuck into three things: question, answer, and marks. But beyond that, if we really have some certain ideas, certain uh, visionary kind of say interventions, then we can think about, see, engineering is a kind of a solution providing mechanism, and then if we will be able to find out the real problem in the society, then only we will be able to find out the solutions for the real problem. And I'm very 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 fortunate to have Mr. Santosh Phad sir, who has worked tremendously a lot in these particular areas. Uh, and today's topic, fortunately, it's a social entrepreneurship. If you have some ideas where you can have some solutions to mitigate some problems in the society, definitely Santosh Phad sir will address those issues, how to tackle those problems, how to see the problem, how to analyze the problem, how to interpret the problem, and how to find out the solutions to mitigate. And I'm very thankful from on behalf of my institute, Phad sir, and I'm really pleased to what you can say. I can't express my things in my words, because you have done so many things in Think Sharp Foundation, and I'm very fortunate to have you to address my students who are actually uh, belonging to the rural areas, who are actually belonging to the sometimes students are like they are coming from the very socially very low strata, which is very challenging job for teachers as well. So it is a really very proud moment for me as a faculty member of this Nana Sahib Mahadi College of Engineering. On behalf of NMCOE, I welcome you, sir. As Veena has already mentioned that, and Veena has introduced very nicely to you that what the Santosh Phad sir has done till his till this particular moment. So I'm very thankful, and I hope you all students will get so many things from this particular session. I would like to hand over the session to Ford sir henceforth. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you, Ankitji. Thank you for those kind words. It really matters a lot. Always appreciation is an energy for entrepreneurs like us. So once again, thank you very much. So let's start today's session, friends. Though everybody has introduced me, but I'll tell you a few more things about me. To begin with my journey and how I ended up starting ThinkShop Foundation, and then later on we'll discuss on social entrepreneurship. So I was born and brought up in a small village in district Bid, Maharashtra. I did my schooling there only in the small village, and from schooling to till my graduation in computer engineering in Bid. So the entire journey from schooling to engineering, almost I spent entire time in the rural areas. All the institutes were located either in a small village, taluka, or at max district level. But even though it is a district, it was in rural community. So this journey, belongs to the ruler, and then end up in the going to the urban part, where I did my master's MBA from one of the top institutes in Mumbai, Raju Academy of Management. And this entire journey, was really lots of challenges, and there were lots of opportunities as well. Because challenges, make sure that the challenges come brings the opportunities as well, and that's the reason. What are the challenges I faced during my entire education tenure from schooling to my master course? All the challenges I tried to turn them into the opportunities, and I'll explain how I did it. So after my engineering, I landed in Mumbai. Like in a filmy style, just one bag of clothes, and I just directly went to the Mumbai. After so much time I spent in Mumbai, finally I landed up and got the job. My That was my first job, in fact. Though I was from the technical background, I did my computer engineering, but I was not interested very much doing the technical stuff, sitting in the one single office on one desk. So I wanted to do always something really different, and I choose marketing and sales as my field. My first job was to sell as a sales executive, selling the handset that point of time from Tata Indicom, from door to door. So that's the journey I started in Mumbai. I started selling things from door to door, one society to another society. It was very difficult, very challenging, but as I said, the challenges brings you to the opportunities. And then I continue my corporate journey from 2000, I think 5 to 2017. It's more than almost 10, 12 years of total experience in corporate sector. I work companies including Tata Capital, Reliance, Edelweiss, Magma FinCorp, DCB Bank, in my entire journey. So I was more into a financial sector. So that was still up to 2017. And then in December 2017, I quit my corporate job, a full-time job, and then I decided to continue my journey into the social sector, where I'm a founder and managing trustee at ThinkSharp Foundation. So I continued as a full-time founder with ThinkSharp Foundation. But was that easy to start, and continue my journey as a full-time into ThinkSharp Foundation? Was not. I started ThinkSharp Foundation in 2011, with the giving back to the society approach. As I said, as I belong to the rural communities, my parents, father is farmer, mother is just housewife. So, the small financial weaker section, I would say. And there were a lot of difficulties during my education. I wanted to change those difficulties so that if today's children, those who are studying in the rural schools, in Jila Parishad school or any other public school, in small villages or even at taluka places, they should get the kind of education which any other students who are getting the quality education in any urban school or the international school. So that with that approach, I started ThinkSharp Foundation. I'll talk more about what products and services which we offer later on. So that I started in 2011, but 2011 to 2017, I did it as on weekend basis or on holiday whenever I get a time. And I established this organization. I continued my journey as a founder. So that was about me, about my corporate background, how I started ThinkSharp Foundation, and why I did start the ThinkSharp Foundation. Okay, now coming back to the today's topic, which is really close to my heart, and I take sessions with the different institutes, whether it's management, engineering, to make sure that from today onwards, from the day you are entered to the graduation or the post graduation, you should be aware that it is not just getting a job is our priority. Even though you are into the job or any kind of business, our responsibility is to change this society, to change this environment in a positive way, not through the negative way. And that's the vision we all should have, whether you are into the job or whether you are into the business. But our society, our nation, and at large, this world is, we should consider and create the good positive impact. And that's the why the social entrepreneurship really matters. So I don't know how many of you are aware what social entrepreneurship is. Most of you might be gone through the Google search and must have seen the what definition says about the social entrepreneurship. There are many definitions. I mean, everybody can say so what social entrepreneurship is in different language, in different sentences. It depends on their own experience, how they look at the social enterprise. So I would say what social enterprise is. The social enterprise is a business or an entity which which apply all the business ethics and all the business principles. Okay, all the financial principle, everything we apply into the social enterprise. But our motive, our priority is to create the larger social impact rather than we create the profit. So I'm not saying here it doesn't mean that we should not earn the profit. Any business should earn the profit, but that should be not the priority. That should be not the first, case to start the social enterprise. At social enterprise, we should look at if what my products and services can offer to the to the people, to the last man, whether he is from the tribal community or from the below power line community, how I can change and affect or impact those lives which are really impacted because of various reasons. And there are n number of problems we look at. But fortunately, United Nations, one of the world recognized organization, they have consulted all these problems, those who are either social problem or environmental problem, into 17 SDG. So what is that SDG? SDG means Sustainable Development Goals. So we have 17 Sustainable Development Goals which are in front of us, which are in front of across the world, and everybody is working to make sure that we achieve that Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. Which are those goals? So we have the goals like women empowerment, gender equality, quality education, safe drinking water, pollution, animal protection, our sea protection. So there are many. So we consolidate all these social and environmental problems into 17 SDG. So when we are into social entrepreneurship, or when we are into as a social enterprise, we have to look at what SDG I'm trying to solve. Does my product or service fit into that SDG? And if yes, then I think you are on the right track. So that is the definition of SDG. Creating a solution, creating an opportunity to create the larger impact on the last man. That is the first priority to start the social enterprise, and that's the definition of the social enterprise. Now, you must have, sometimes people get confused. Then what is the difference between a social enterprise and a formal enterprise? Now, formal enterprise, you must be aware there are various types of formal enterprise. We have private limited companies, proprietorship, partnership, and so on. But you must have seen those enterprises in your family, friends, and they are behind the profits. And they are right. I mean, they have started the business in considering in the mind that their priority is to earn the profit and make their life better, their family members' life better, and society at some extent. But does their priority is to create the larger impact by offering the good solutions and products and services to the people who really require it at affordable price? Probably not. There might few, I accept that, but 99% formal enterprises, they look at the bottom line. Bottom line means the profit, and the top line. Top line means the turnover. We all must be aware few facts from accounting. So they look at the top line and the bottom line. So that is the formal enterprise. Whereas I told you social enterprise, they also have to look at the bottom line and top line, but that is not their priority. Their priority is creating larger impact. So that is the major difference between a social enterprise and a formal enterprise. Now, coming on the point, what social enterprise or why social enterprise is really important during current situation, and especially during the corona. You must have seen there were a lot of challenges. So looking at the larger perspective across the world, we really need a good social enterprise to create a good impact in our society. So far, unfortunately, in India, it is just the beginning. I would say I heard the first time social entrepreneurship or the social enterprise just few years back, might be 10 years back. But in other part of the world, countries like UK, USA, Canada, Germany, France, where they have a separate policy, where they have a separate infrastructure available to start the social enterprise. You will be surprised to know that in these countries which I mentioned right now, the entire GDP, the 5% of their entire GDP contribute from the social enterprise, and more than 10% of their employment is generated from the social enterprises. So that is, that big social enterprise industry in across the world, or the countries which are already developed. So they have a really clear-cut policy infrastructure available if you want to start the social enterprise, because they know how important a social enterprise is to overcome all the social and environmental challenges within their country. In India also, we are on that track. Recently, in the government of India, who is really aware about the why and what social enterprise can create a change. So they are coming up with the social stock exchange to raise the funds for social enterprise. They are also working on to create a separate policy for the social enterprise. Government is releasing lots of grants and projects just to make sure that there will be a boost for the social entrepreneurship, and students from various technical institutes, management institutes can work on those problems and create the innovative solutions. So there are lots of grants available. Those who want to start the social enterprise. I'll talk on the grants and fundraising at the end of our session. So that is the really we have to understand in this current era in 21st century education, that social enterprise is really important, because we are seeing how things are changing around the world. We all are going through this pandemic, and you must have reading every day that something is coming up new with the new innovative ideas and new solutions to tackle the coronavirus. And most of these solutions are from the social enterprises, whether it's designing of masks, whether it's ventilation, drugs. Most of the organizations who are working on this solution, they are the social enterprise. So we must understand how big industry, I would say that it is now become an industry or the market for the social enterprise. Now, I would like to share more on what and how the social enterprise structure. So I would say there are three types of social enterprise. One is a typical, which I said, a for-profit. Like earlier I discussed, a formal enterprise where your primary objective is to earn the profit. So here in for-profit social enterprise also, your objective, except that objective, everything remains the same. So your objective is not, primary objective is not on the profit, but primary objective is to deliver the goods and services or product at affordable price, so that that product and service or your innovation can reach to the every stakeholder, can reach to the every last mile of the person who really requires this benefit, whether it's a drinking water, artificial intelligence product, health related product, education related product or services, whatever it is. So there are good number of for-profit social enterprises who are doing extremely good business by giving their products and services at very affordable price. So it can afford by anyone. I'll give the classic example here. We all know, and we all consume that product from the well-known dairy called Amul. Amul is the classic example of for-profit social enterprise. I will tell you how it is. Now, Amul is a cooperative society, it's a cooperative organization. Okay, when the Amul was started way back, I don't remember the date, but I think somewhere after independence, where Amul started. So Dr. Varghese, who was the founder of Amul Dairy, and one of the the best social entrepreneur, I would say, to everybody look at him, that how he transformed the entire milk industry. We call it the white milk revolution. So what he did, so he understood the problem by working with the farmers in Gujarat and then later on in various states as well. So he understood that there is a problem for the milk distribution. So most of the farmers in villages, they they procure the milk, they get the milk from a cow, buffalo, whatever, and then they sell to the nearby market, or and they don't have access to deliver this milk to the different destination because of the various problems, and the major problem is the distribution. So what was and there were other problems as well, like hygiene was the issue, transportation was the issue, fixed pricing was the issue, packaging was again an issue. So there were a lot of challenges to make sure that the milk industry gets revolution. And what Dr. Varghese did is he tried to resolve all the problems step by step. He set up the distribution center in every village so that the milk can collected at the in the village itself, and then it can transfer from the collection center to the processing unit, which is nearby the village, maybe 25 30 kilometer in that area, where they process the milk, and then after processing and packaging it, they started the distribution or the delivering of the milk to the various locations to their distributors and retailers. That's how he built the entire chain, and he transformed the entire milk industry from just selling from door to door for the farmers or the milk persons. Now it's become the complete different industry all put together. And now most of the other milk dairies are also following the same path. So that is the classic example of for-profit social enterprise. They understood the problem in society to distribution of the milk, hygiene of the milk, transportation, fixed pricing, everything they understood. And they come up with the right kind of solution to solve this problem. And it is not that they are not making the profit. They are absolutely making profit, and huge profit they are making out of this business. But again, they are trying to invest that profit back to their business, back to their objective, back to the R&D, where they are continuously working on various different new products, whether it's a butter, whether it's a ghee, or multiple products where they are investing the profits, whatever they generated from the business. That is the classic example of for-profit social enterprise, where whatever the profit you earn, that profits go back to your business objective, rather than the profit should come out of the business and create your own asset, building or building a structure, or buying asset for you, for director or founder or their family member. That is the not case in the Amul Milk or Incorporative. So that was the for-profit. I hope you guys understood what for-profit enterprise looks like and what does it mean. There are many examples. You can Google it probably, or if I get some chance later on, I'll share you few more, both domestic as well as international examples. Now I come to the non-profit. The moment we say non-profit social enterprise, does it mean that we should not earn the profit, or non-profit should not earn the profit? No. But again, the principle is the same, that our objective should not to earn the profit. Even if the profit we earn from the non-profit activities, again, that profit should go back to the the objective of the non-profit organization. Okay. Now, here I give the example of ThinkSharp Foundation. What ThinkSharp Foundation, where I am the founder. So ThinkSharp Foundation is a non-profit organization, a legal entity as a charitable trust, okay, where we offer multiple services and products to the rural schools, a typical Jilla Parishad schools in various villages. So that services includes, we set up digital learning facilities into the school. We set up computer laboratories for the literacy or the improving the computer education. Then we are setting up the library space where children can go and read the n number of variety of books. We are setting up solar systems where schools can get the reliable and continuous power supply, because we know power is the one of the issue in most of the rural villages. So these are the multiple problems where we look at, if we know if that our school needs to be improved, then we should have all these modern facilities available so that we can provide the quality of education. That was our main objective, to provide the quality of education to the last mile person. Those who are living in the remotest part of the state of the country, we want to reach there and give them a quality education at free of cost. Now here I'm using the word free of cost. It is not that we are selling those products and services at affordable price. It is absolutely free of cost. But does it mean we are just giving randomly and dumping the facilities infrastructure? No. We are applying all the business principles and business ethics, even though we are a non-profit organization. Whether it's the financial transactions, whether it's marketing plan, whether it's a business plan, whether it's a business development, receiving grants, and the CSR funding from the corporate. So everything we apply the business ethics and business strategies, even though our products are non-profit. Because when we are working closely with the corporate social responsibility partners, it means to the corporate partners, we follow the very clear guidelines from them, and also we implement those guidelines to make sure that whatever the products and services we are delivering, that should be in very transparent way and through a very particular business approach. So it includes the assessment, it includes the monitoring, it includes empowering the entire community, rural community, not just the teachers and students, but their parents, villagers, gram panchayat members, government officials, everybody. So we work with all the stakeholders to make sure that our product will be sustainable for over the period of time. And that's the beauty of our non-profit organization at Thinkshop Foundation. There are multiple non-profits. Normally you call them NGOs. Probably in your area also you must have seen a lot of NGOs who are distributing rations nowadays, or distributing water, distributing XYZ medical relief items. So they are NGOs. But let's say if they are doing this with the very proper business approach, then I would consider them as a social enterprise. But if they are doing the randomly things, maybe this month they are working on one small issue, next month they are working on another another small issue, probably I will call them NGO or those who are the social service organizations. I will not call them a social enterprise. But they are doing good job. I'm not saying NGOs are not doing good job. We are also in a non-profit organization, means we are officially we are an NGO. But I consider Thinkshop Foundation as a non-profit social enterprise because we apply all the business ethics and business principles. So this was an example of not-for-profit social enterprise. So it is your choice whether you want to be a for-profit or non-profit. Now let's say there are people who don't want to be either for-profit or even non-profit, and probably they want to be mix of or we call it hybrid model. When two things we combine, generally we technical term we call them hybrid model. So there is a third version of social enterprise, is a hybrid model. Now how hybrid model works? This is very interesting part. You must have heard the Robin Hood army, or earlier there were dakus and chor hua karte the pehle, those who used to take things from the rich people and they used to distribute to the freely to the marginal communities or the poor communities. So this is just to give the filmy background. I'm sharing this example. So similarly, an organization who works both for profit and non-profit. Okay, so there are, let's say, one service which they offer at the price of 100 rupees for those who can afford that product. And at the similar level, they offer the same product which is cost of 100 rupees at free of cost. Right? So one product, same product they are selling at 100 rupees, and the same product they are offering at free of cost. So how they are doing it, how they are able to manage, how they are able to serve, that is the great interesting topic we want to discuss. So what they do, they try to earn the margin from the product which they are selling at 100 rupees so that they can cover the entire cost of the product which they are selling at free of cost. I hope you got the point. So at one point they are selling the product, and whatever the profit they earn from that product, they make sure that the profit also cover the cost of their product, those who are taking that free of cost. So I'll give you an example here so you will understand better way. So there is organization called Arvind Eye Care. So this Arvind Eye Care is it's very popular and well-known healthcare chain, mostly in the south part of our country, and also now they have started operation in different states as well. So what Arvind Eye Care does, so Arvind Eye Care typically work on the eye-related problem, eye-related surgeries, and their specialty is to work on the cataract problem, Motibindu, we call it. So a cataract operation, if you want to operate a patient in a private hospital, it will not cost you less than few lakhs rupees in good private hospital. So so can everybody afford the going to the private hospital and undergo the surgery of the cataract? No, everybody cannot. And there are various concerns where we try to avoid going to the government hospitals because of various other factors. So Arvind Eye Care wanted to create a solution that the cataract operation will be affordable, as well as the cataract of surgery can be at free of cost those who cannot afford. So there were a lot of challenges, there were a lot of obstacles to create such mixed model, but they did it. So now Arvind Eye Care operates more than 5 lakh surgery in a year, and 50% of that, more than 50% I would say, are at free of cost, and balance 50% they do charge a very affordable pricing. It is not that they are very expensive, it is affordable pricing. So as I said, the principle which they applied, they earn the profit from the surgeries where people can afford and can pay towards their surgeries, so that money can be utilized for those patients who cannot afford the surgery. So was that was really easy? No, that was not easy. In fact, the biggest challenge of the cataract surgery, or the very expensive part, is the lens which we insert into the eye of the patient. That was really expensive, and that was one of the things where Arvind Eye Care earlier had decided they cannot give the free surgery to the patient who cannot afford, because they had to buy those lenses from outside, and that was really expensive. But their vision and their mission was to give these surgeries at free of cost. So they invested in their R&D, and they developed the lenses in their own house, in their hospital, so that it can be given at free of cost and at affordable price to the patient who can afford. Beyond that, they set up their own nursing institutes. So they went to the backward integration. You must have the backward integration and forward integration. So they went to the backward integration. Initially, they set up the hospital, and they came back and started the nursing schools. They started the medical schools, so that doctors and the nursing staff can be hired from their in-house institutes, so that their amount, or the expenses can be reduced, and the surgery can make affordable to the the patients. So that's the beauty of the Arvind Eye Care. One doctor simultaneously operates 2 patients. That is the training they have provided to the doctors. So it's not just a one innovation, but there are multiple innovations they have come up with to make sure that the surgery is affordable, as well as the surgery is offered at free of cost. That is the hybrid model. So I guess that you must have now understood the types. One is for-profit social enterprise, second is not-for-profit, and third is hybrid model. There are multiple examples which you can go through and learn how each and every type of social enterprise works. There are a couple of in engineering as well. Maybe we have a very less time, so we cannot discuss everything. But there are classic examples of from the engineering field as well. So probably you should have looked at those social enterprise and their stories, how they build, and they scale their operations from just one center or from just one beneficiary to lakhs of beneficiaries. Okay, so this is the types of social enterprise. Now, let's say if you decide to start a social enterprise, so what are the challenges and what are the opportunities you have? Opportunities, I told you in the beginning that we have lots and lots of opportunities. You take any industry, healthcare, education, agriculture, environment, whatever, you name it, and you have opportunity for the social enterprise. Say that the primary objective should not be on the profit, and the primary objective of your business, your organization should be to create the large impact. For those who are really looking for a job, my discussion or my thoughts will be not a completely suit for them, because I know everybody cannot start a social enterprise or become an entrepreneur at early stage. But let's say I consider, even if 10% of students from your institute who really consider this an opportunity and start working on creating really innovative solutions, products within the institutes that can really cater your immediate community, you know, and there where you have to look at the problem. You cannot find the problem in just middle of the night. You have to look at around within your institutes, within your locality, within your house, within your society, maybe at large your village, taluka, district, or maybe you can look at the nation, bigger picture. And you have to see where is the problem. Unless you find the problem, and the problem has to be very close to you, then you put your entire heart and your mind into that business or to create the solution. Unless that problem is really close to you, to your family member or somebody who really matters to you. So you have to look at the problem, and the moment you understand the problem, I guarantee you will come up with the solution. But it is very difficult until you don't find an exact problem. We need to work on the micro level. Where is the problem? And then you have to work on the solution. And when you have a solution, you have some idea which can be really implemented, then you can start, pitching those ideas, creating your business plan, and spreading the word of your idea and your innovative business plan among the other stakeholders. I'm sure Institute must have arranged many events where you can showcase your talent. I think that is the beginning of to put your business plans and put your innovative ideas in front of visitors and the stakeholders. There are many social investors. Okay, you must have heard the term only investor by now, but there are social investors. Social investors are those who want to park their money or invest their money into the social enterprise. And again, as I said, they don't look at the returns from the point of view earning the profit. They look at the profit in terms of what kind of solution and how your solution can create the larger impact in society. Probably many times the social investment is absolutely, interest-free investment, where you don't need to pay any equity, neither in the way of loan or neither in the way of any other. It is completely free funds from the social investors, where you have to promise them that one day you will return back their principal amount if it is a for-profit. If it is a non-for-profit, then even they don't expect their money out of your business. So it is a completely money given to the non-profit to create the solution and innovation on the various problems. So we have a social investor. You have incubators, one step ahead. So you have incubators who believe in your idea and they invest, as well as they give the mentorship. They guide you, to make sure that your idea evolves from just from the rough or the raw product to the complete product which is now ready to market. So that kind of help is available from the incubators. And there are good number of incubators in India and across the world. You can, sitting in your institute, you can apply your ideas. Just you have to keep your eyes open all the time. Okay. Beyond that, the very first investors in your business would be your friends and family. Many times you will face a challenge or a problem from your family that you are in engineering, probably you have to get a good job, or even if you are starting a business, you should start a business where you can earn the more profit. And it's a typical mentality for every family. It was I also experienced that. I went through that pain, and probably you will also face the same situation. But then it is your job. It is it is your uh, work to make sure that you convert them from just um, viewers to investors in your business. And I'm sure if your product or your service can really create a good impact at large, they will definitely invest their time and money in your enterprise. But you have to start somewhere. So if you have idea, my point was here that if you have idea, if you understood the problem, then there are n number of opportunities, and there are n number of good people, organizations who can believe in you, in your product, in your service, to make sure that your product and service can reach to the into the market and create the larger impact. So that was another part about the what opportunities you have and what challenges you will face. Uh, okay, starting when I discussed with Aniket, I told him that I will give the just basic synopsis of what social enterprise looks like, what are the types, how you can, where and how you generate the idea, and what are the possibilities where you can get the funding and support. So I think in basic, this is so far is really enough, because if I keep talking more about what more and more about social enterprise, probably it requires a lot of time. And for that matter, I think we need to have a face-to-face interaction where we can conduct some workshops, and probably in future, if everything goes well, I would love to come to the institutes one day and conduct a workshop where we can actually ask your students to work on some problems around them and create the business plans and pitch to the social investors. So I'll make sure that we'll also bring the social investors, incubators, everybody at one place so that students will get that opportunity and they can start working on the on their social enterprise. So that's the words I can give it to you right now. I don't know in this platform whether if you can ask me any question or not, or students can ask me a question or not. But if not, on this platform, probably you can consolidate if there are any concerns, any questions on social enterprise, on process of social entrepreneurship to the students or any faculty member. I would love to answer them. You can share me, right now here at the screen, or probably post the session, or the email or phone call, and I would love to answer them individually. So I think that was the basic things from my side so far at this moment. I once again take the opportunity by thanking you, Aniket, Veena, Pawan, all the team members, all the faculty, entire institutes, and all the students who are within this session, or probably those who will look after the recorded session. So once again, thank you very much for having me here and giving me this opportunity. Thank you. It is now I hand over to you, Aniket, Veena. If you would like to share something, please continue.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. Hello. Is any queries for you students? Ask them in the chat box. So there is a query.
Okay.
At this stage, how should we start with this idea?
Okay. So, uh, before you starting the idea, first you have to understand where is the problem. So, did you, I'm the person who asked this question. My question again back to him is or her that did you figure out the problem? If yes, then you can work on the idea. If not, then you have to first understand the problem, where the problem is, whether it's from any industry, education, health, environment. So you have to first understand the problem. And problem, don't say that there is a problem in environment. We all know there is a big problem in environment, but then we have to go into the micro level. So did we understand the micro level problem? If yes, then definitely we can discuss on the idea. If not, then probably you have to go back and again think on what is the core problem which you want to address.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Then we will end up it. So I, on behalf of participants, assure you that we will grab all of your sayings. The session was very much informative and helpful for us. We all are inspired from your words, sir. So I, on behalf of Speak team and the entire organization and youths as well, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to respected Santosh Phad, sir, for gracing your important work and sharing with us your findings and opinions today. Thank you for giving us your precious time, sir. Also, very much thank you to Professor A.P. Damangaonkar, sir, for introducing all of us with such a great personality and being with us with a huge support. Thank you, folks, for your cooperation. Thank you all. And I declare that the session has been ended successfully.